Guys, this is a one-time thing. It's not gonna happen forever. Cause I have so much things I have so many things I want to say, and I don't want to put out a bunch of videos because I'll forget, or I'll just get too lazy and not do it. So, all right. First off, Dragon Ball movie. This weekend made $4 million. Crap, but it's their fault because they had a nice opportunity to come out 2 days before the Hannah Montana movie, where kids, both boys and girls, who love Hannah Montana, could have just, they could have went to go see Dragon Ball, then Hannah Montana, but they decided, we're going to go against a powerhouse like Hannah Montana. And, yeah, I mean, what do you expect? So the protesters, Dragon Ball Evolution protest, you guys won. Congratulations. Congratulations. Hannah Montana obviously came out with $38 million. Unlike my Dragon Ball review, people keep asking me, what did you give Dragon Ball? I gave it a 2 out of 5. A 2 because it follows source material, but it said it was an adaptation, but yet it follows the story so close to the chest. Good? No, not really. Okay, now to my review. Okay, this is the review of X-Men Origins Wolverine. First off, let's start by the plot. Alright, it starts off, you see young Logan, his name is James when it starts out, then you see Sabretooth, and when you hear a gunshot and see that Logan's father is killed, then Sabretooth's father comes up and says, "He's not your father, I am." So, Sabretooth and Logan, finding out that they're both brothers, go off on an adventure, and they join the army for like a bunch of years. And one thing I wanted to point out is when they were in the Civil War, I was kind of happy they were the Patriots, not the Confederacy. I mean, that would have stirred up a little controversy if you know what I mean. So they did that for a number of years, and then Sabretooth goes off the handle, and then something happens, so they end up joining Stryker's team with Deadpool and everything. Ryan Reynolds, by the way, did a really good job with Deadpool. They start killing people. Logan opts out of it, moves to the Rocky Mountains with his woman, holds down the fort until she gets killed, and then Logan and Sabretooth fight. And Stryker comes up and asks Logan, "We can give you the tools to take down Sabretooth, but you have to work for us." So he goes with Stryker, and Stryker gives him the adamantium treatment, which almost kills him. And then while he's laying down there unconscious, and he revives himself, Stryker turns up and says, "Delete his memory." So before he can do that, Wolverine rages out and then goes crazy and starts killing everybody in there. Cuts open the thing and then jumps down a waterfall butt naked. And I'm not going to spoil the ending for you. I'm going to stop right there. Let's just talk about, alright, let's talk about the beginning. One, the plot in all these X-Men movies have been switched around, played around with so many times that you can't really keep track of them. Alright, because here's the thing. Wolverine and Logan started out as father and son. Then they started out as cousins. Then they started out as war buddies. Now they're brothers. And I just have to say, why do they always have to, switch the plotline up so much? It's always a different plotline every time. I watch like a different adaptation. Wolverine and Sabretooth are two different people, Like in the movie, Wolverine and Sabretooth were brothers. But in the comic books, early comic books, they were father and son. That's why they hated each other, because supposedly he killed his mother or something. There's a lot of different variations. Another thing I didn't like was, the story of Wolverine and the Bone Claws have been changed around, because, again, Wolverine is one of those characters that have had so many different plot twists and turns, and there is no real plot to him. Because some comic books say that Wolverine was born with adamantium bone structure, and that his Weapon X gave him the regenerative ability. Others say that he never even had the bone things until Weapon X. He never even had the claws until Weapon X. It's just really weird. I mean, like, I personally love it. All right. Another thing is, well, actually, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, it's the only problem I had was the whole Wolverine and Sabretooth brothers. What I love about the movie, everything. I mean, all the X-Men they brought in. I mean, not the X-Men. They brought in so many different, mutants in this one that you know and love, like the Blob, Black Bolt, Zero. I forgot what his name was. They called him Zero, the thing, but I forgot what it was. They got Emma Frost. They got Deadpool. I'm not even gonna talk about Deadpool. They got a bunch of people, and I loved that. I love the fact that they got all those people. Another thing is, I loved the fight sequences in this one because they were very well choreographed, and I thought that they really did what they're supposed to in showing mutant powers. I personally am a real big fan of Deadpool. Deadpool's like one of my favorite characters because he's always talking, and he always has something to say. My friend, he's a real big Gambit fan, and he loved Gambit. He loved him in this role. Loved him. He oh my goodness, I seriously thought he was gonna just like start making out with the TV because, dude, I'm telling you, he loved Gambit in this one. I loved how they carried the story and how they like answered a bunch of questions that were in the first one, like where did Logan come from, for the people who don't know the comic book series, and for people who wondered, what adaptation they were bringing to the story. What kind of spinoff was it? Was it the X-Men? Was it the Ultimate X-Men? Was it the regular X-Men? Was it the X-Men Evolution? Or what was it? Nobody really knew. This answered the question. But I really thought that the people who played the roles of like everybody, they all showed the powers that they're supposed to. Well, but Hugh Jackman was the one that had the experience. They got a new Sabretooth, looked different and everything. It was interesting. Let's just say that it was interesting. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. All right. This one was amazing because it had its own elements of realism. It was a powerful, just reimagining of the series, and and it opened up a big pocket for so much more stuff to happen in the future. I loved it. I give it a 4 out of 5, and hope you guys watch it in theaters. I hope it does good. I hope it doesn't bomb like Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball's like this. It was like the atomic bomb. It only went down from there. Alright?